as we finished the whole events of a series of events to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Soto Zen that was planted in 1922 at Zenshiji Temple as the temple's history started. Um, it's all finally over, and during this uh, few days after the event was over, the cleanup was happening, maybe recording. Uh, we also, you know, and also during this time when we are compiling the data, the minutes from the meeting we also have during the events. It's been, I've been kind of contemplating now what. And one great thing about Soto Zen is when you think the major event is over, there's usually another one coming up in a few years. Um, so the next one will be the 700th memorial service for Keizan Zenji's passing, which symbolizes also the roots of our ancestry. Most of us come from one of Keizan Zenji's students. If you are Soto Zen, and I do hear from some academic people that there are just some few exceptions, but yes, but most of us in Japan come from the roots of Keizan Zenji. Dogen Keizan and Shakyamuni Buddha uh, are the founders of the school. And when we are fully aware that there are tons of other teachers, Bodhidharma, and there are tons of women teachers, you may find it's kind of limiting. And if you feel that way, I think it's a whole healthy sense. And for me, what it took was to understand what each teacher uh, symbolizes and how it's connected to my daily practice. Through this couple of weeks, which was the final stage of this 100th anniversary event, I was able to host a total of 9 priests at Sozenji Temple here. I mean, not everybody stayed the entire couple of weeks, but then some came, some left during the events. And then also I met my colleagues. Let me call them colleagues because we are office and organizations who are also teachers, Zen teachers. Some from Hawaii, who has even older tradition than North America. Some from Brazil and other parts of South America. And the representative from Europe, who happens to be my senpai, the senior student from Sophia University. And lots of people from Tokyo and rest of Japan, and the teachers from different parts of North America. We come together to accomplish something together, but then what's so amazing about this kind of events is you have these moments when things are less formal to exchange words, which kind of update each other. We also share insight spontaneously. You know, that's kind of related to what I was talking about the other day about Menju. You know, if you miss out something, you're not missing out. It's okay. Then at some just moment, spontaneously, in quite an organic way, conversation happens. And I get inspired. They help me feel more grounded. So just want to share a few of them before I forget. So this is like my, what do you call this, journal. Once the whole event was over, there's one friend who I had connection with through Facebook, but through friends that I have direct contact with, like met in person. Shinryu-san from Nagaoka City in Niigata Prefecture. he dropped by and on his way to Indiana, and we had shared some time. And we were talking about this cultural difference. He growing up in the Midwest, we call that Midwest, right? Yeah, Midwest, and then traveling to Japan to pursue and study Buddha Dharma. And he shared with me there are lots more ceremonies than sitting zazen, which is a typical gap a lot of Western practitioners face. He was fortunate, he said, to meet his teacher. Um, and the teacher told him to be wise enough to be able to say that maybe I don't know enough. We don't know enough. I kind of wished I was able to say that back when I was at Heiji, because I wasn't able to say that. And as a result, I had a big digestion issue, chunk of things we have to swallow. And we sometimes have digestion. I think my son might call that a big diarrhea. Um, well, the digestion challenge. I shared that actually with representatives who came from Eheiji, and they shared with me how quickly the culture of Eheiji is also changing. It also kind of sounded like there's a sort of a merging happening with what's happening in the Western world. This is something Western teachers and practitioners talk about. How do we get to contribute to Japanese Soto Zen? And as I sensed before, because of the relationship as countries between Japan and US, it seems like there are some subtle but very, how do I say, solid influence flowing back from US to Japan. And Eheiji seems to be symbolizing it in a sense. I haven't been back there for a long time, so I can't say it for sure. But they were also extending their welcomes to anyone who wishes to come and visit the temple. Not just the temple, but the whole people from the towns and Fukui Prefecture. Then I realized that maybe what I remember as the training at AH back in 1999, 2000, of those couple of years, is what it was, and probably it isn't anymore. Just as the Western Zen continues to evolve. So there I am, I don't know enough about what Soto Zen training is as of today. I'm lucky enough to have students who go there and train with the trainees, teachers who practice Soto Zen today. And I shared with the representatives that North American Soto Zen continues to evolve. Usually there's this wave, contraction, expansion period. Everything kind of goes liberated. It gets a little bit loose sometimes. But then as a result comes back to the core. So it kind of repeats. It's almost like a heartbeat of the history of Soto Zen. And then I can see that's also happening in Japan, just as much as it is happening here. So there we are. We don't know enough. And that's what makes this practice so this endless journey. Right? So that's just a simple message of we don't know enough. But I thought I wanted to share this with you. And I said a few more, so there's like actually a couple more, but I don't want to keep this video too long, so I'll just kind of stop it here. Thank you. And yeah, please take care. There's all the smokes from the forest fires up in Canada. Down here in California, it's nice and cloudy. It's still cool, but I know it's pretty soon. It's gonna get hot. So stay cool and take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones.